Imagine waking up and seeing the scarecrow in your yard closer than where you left it. Now imagine it's looking directly at your window and you live alone.
Tonight's story is inspired by real farm legends told for generations. If you enjoy creepy stories that stay with you after the screen goes dark, make sure you like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon so you never miss a tale. Ethan wasn't afraid of the countryside. After losing his job, he moved into his late grandfather's old farm to reset his life. It was quiet, maybe too quiet. The farm came with the usual things: rusty tools, overgrown grass, and a scarecrow standing in the center of the cornfield. The scarecrow was odd. Its head was a burlap sack with faded stitching that almost resembled a grin. Its button eyes were mismatched, one bigger than the other. Its clothes were old, flannel worn thin by decades of storms.
Ethan shrugged it off. "Just another old farm decoration," he said. But the first night, something didn't feel right. Through the window, illuminated by the moonlight, Ethan could swear the scarecrow was turned slightly to its left, facing the house. He assumed he remembered it wrong. He was wrong.
Ethan stepped onto the porch and froze. The scarecrow was now closer to the house, a good 6 feet closer. He walked toward it, uneasy but determined, pushing through the tall corn. He stopped inches away from the scarecrow's blank face. Its button eye seemed to reflect him, but the angle was wrong, as if it wasn't reflecting the moon, but watching him. He spun the scarecrow around, forcing its back to the house. Later that night, unable to sleep, Ethan glanced out the window and choked on his breath. The scarecrow was facing him again. Night 3. Now the footsteps started. Soft, dragging, like straw brushing against wood. Ethan grabbed a flashlight and stepped outside. Nothing. Just the wind through the corn, and the scarecrow's shadow stretching unnaturally long across the field. The journal. Inside the farmhouse, Ethan found an old leather journal, his grandfather's. The last entry read, "The scarecrow must never be ignored. It only moves when it's noticed. Don't watch it. Don't turn your back either." Ethan laughed nervously, some kind of joke. But then he noticed the date of the entry. It was written 2 days before his grandfather vanished. The footsteps were louder, more deliberate. Ethan stayed inside, lights off, peeking through the blinds. The scarecrow now stood at the edge of the porch, head tilted, as if curious. Its grin looked wider, stretched. He backed away from the window and called the sheriff. The sheriff arrived, walked to the porch, and returned shaking his head. "Son, there's nothing here." Ethan ran to the window. The scarecrow was gone, completely gone. The sheriff warned him about exhaustion and left. Ethan sat in the living room, heart pounding. Minutes felt like hours. Then, knock. 3 slow taps on the front door. Ethan approached, breath trembling. He opened the door just a crack. nothing. Just the empty porch. Then he looked down. Straw, a trail of it leading slowly around the house. Ethan followed the trail with shaking hands, flashlight trembling. It led to the barn. As he stepped inside, the flashlight flickered, then died. He heard breathing, not human. A dry, scratchy wrestle like hay shifting. Ethan backed away. The lightning outside flashed, and in that split second of light, he saw it. The Scarecrow, inside the barn. Arms spread unnaturally wide, head tilted, button eyes reflecting him in perfect, unnatural stillness. Ethan bolted for the house, slamming the door shut behind him. He barricaded it with a chair, panting. Silence. Then, scratching, right at the door. But not like fingernails, more like sticks or straw dragging slowly down the wood. Ethan grabbed his keys, rushed to the back door, and sprinted to his truck. The cornfield rustled violently behind him. He didn't look back. He sped down the dirt road, leaving the farm in the rearview mirror. But just before the road bent into the trees, he saw it, the Scarecrow, standing in the middle of the road, no longer on the pole, just standing, watching. He blinked, and it was suddenly 3 feet closer. Then darkness swallowed everything as he floored the gas and never returned. The farm is still empty, but locals say sometimes you can see a figure wandering the field at night, and if you look too long, it looks back. If you want more horror stories like this, creepy, suspenseful, and safe for all viewers, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And tell me in the comments, what would you do if a scarecrow kept getting closer?